So, why are taxes even a thing, and what effect do they have on the economy? When people hear the word taxes, most think of the government taking their money. But taxes are about more than just money, they're what keeps society running. Let's break this down in the simplest, most everyday way. What are taxes? The easiest definition. Imagine taxes are like an apartment building's maintenance fee. If nobody pays, then things start to fall apart, the lights go out, the lift stops working, the rubbish starts to build up and the whole building slowly falls apart. Taxes are like maintenance fees for a building, keeping everything in good working order. They keep everything running smoothly. So, what actually happens to this money once it's in the government's hands? It's basically everything you use without even thinking about it. I'm talking about salaries of teachers, doctors and nurses, hospitals, schools, public transport, roads, bridges, railways, the police, firefighters, emergency services, pensions, and social support. Disaster relief and rebuilding efforts. If we didn't have taxes, daily life would break down in a matter of weeks. The types of taxes you feel every day. Just so you know, there's a bit of tax taken out of every paycheck. You know how it is, whenever you buy stuff like coffee, a t-shirt or a new phone, there's always tax included. Excise taxes. Higher taxes on things like petrol, cars, alcohol, or cigarettes. Corporate taxes. When a business makes a profit, it pays a share of that to the government. Each type is a piece of a puzzle that keeps the economy stable. How do taxes impact the economy? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Taxes have a big impact on the economy in three main ways. If taxes go up, people have less money to spend. If we lower taxes, people will spend more, and that'll speed up the economy. This is how governments manage demand. Investment in business. If taxes are lower, companies are more likely to invest and grow. Higher taxes might make them delay or cancel projects. That's why some countries keep certain taxes very low, to attract investment. The government's budget. More tax means a stronger public budget. This means governments can build better roads, more schools, and stronger healthcare systems. But if tax revenue falls, they'll have to borrow more, which will increase debt. So why are taxes always such a hot topic? Taxes aren't just about numbers, after all, they impact our quality of life. For example, if income taxes are low but sales taxes are high, it puts more pressure on low-income households. If corporate taxes are too high, companies will move to countries where they can pay less. If people think the tax system is unfair, they'll start to lose trust in it. Tax policy is both an economic tool and a social balance tool. Are higher taxes always a bad thing? No, not at all. If we make the most of tax money to invest in things like education, infrastructure, healthcare, technology, and disaster preparation, then taxes will actually go up in the long run. The bottom line is, are taxes being used wisely or wasted? What does a good tax system feel like? When a system is running smoothly, people think, I pay taxes, but I clearly see what I'm getting in return. In a system that's not being managed properly, they think, where's my money going? It's all about trust, and trust is key to how well an economy functions. But here's the thing, taxes don't just affect the present, they shape a country's future too. When a government decides where tax money goes, it's basically shaping the kind of society we'll have in 10 or 20 years. If we invest more in education, we'll have a better skilled workforce. If more money goes into healthcare, the population will be healthier and more productive. If we focus on infrastructure, businesses can grow faster because things like roads, ports, and communication networks help them to develop. Put simply, taxes aren't just about paying bills. They're a great way to boost the country's productivity in the long run. So, here's the deal, tax efficiency is more important than tax rates. A country with high taxes but great public services can still grow strongly because people get real value for what they pay. Picture places with good transport, clean cities, strong universities, and reliable healthcare. You really do get what you pay for. But a country with low taxes but weak public services might struggle because people and businesses end up paying more for things like education, transport, and safety that should be public services. That's why economists look at something called tax composition, not just how much money the government collects, but how it collects it. For example, if taxes on salaries are too high, it can put people off working. If businesses are hit with too many taxes, they're less likely to invest. High taxes on consumption hit low-income households the hardest. Having too many exemptions just creates loopholes and inequality. A balanced system avoids extremes. And one more thing, taxes also influence behavior. Higher taxes on cigarettes can help to reduce smoking. Higher taxes on fossil fuels encourage cleaner alternatives. Tax credits can encourage people to use solar panels, buy electric cars, or start businesses. So taxes are not just about money, they also influence how we behave, invest, and develop as a society. At the end of the day, understanding taxes means understanding how the modern economy works. They're like the invisible structure that keeps everything upright.